Fear of death. Is the answer in science or is in metaphysics? At certain point in our lives, and many times throughout it, we have faced and will face the fear of death. The ultimate unknown is this: the fear of death. It's the biggest and strongest fear of them all. But why? Because this is the genesis of all fears out there. Every fear ultimately has its source in the fear of death. Think about it. If you have any fear and you make a deep introspection on the source of it, it will always fall within the realm of the fear of death. And the main reason for this is that nobody can guarantee or ascertain with sufficient evidence that there is life after death. And what we do not know is always a source of suffering and pain. Like when you're young and your parents decide the family is moving to another town. You suffer not only because you are leaving friends, acquaintances, and probably a boyfriend or a girlfriend behind, but mainly because of the unknown. You do not know what you will be facing, if the new classmates or neighbors will treat you well or will think you are a weirdo, and so forth. As of today, science cannot yet explain with certainty what happens after death, and the issue remains one of speculation, philosophical inquiry, and personal belief, rather than empirical science. The question, then, of an altered life or consciousness after death is often framed in spiritual, religious, or metaphysical terms, which are beyond the reach of current scientific methods. Quantum physics, while a field that deals with the strange and counterintuitive behavior of particles on the smallest scales, does not provide conclusive evidence or theories that directly address the nature of consciousness after death. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics, like the many worlds hypothesis or certain ideas around quantum consciousness, like those proposed by physicists such as Roger Penrose, have speculated on connections between quantum phenomena and consciousness. But these ideas are highly controversial and not widely accepted within the scientific community. Yet, there are thousands and thousands of testimonials of people that physically died and returned to life. The phenomenon of near death experiences, known as NDEs, has fascinated both the general public and researchers for decades. Many individuals who have had these experiences report similar elements, such as feelings of peace, encounters with deceased loved ones or spiritual beings, and sometimes life reviews or a sense of moving through a tunnel toward the light. These experiences are often described by those who have been in life threatening situations, such as medic conditions or cardiac arrest, severe accidents, or other medical crises, and later revived. For instance, Dr. Manuel Sanz Segarra, a Spanish physician and researcher who has studied near death experiences extensively, particularly focusing on how these experiences challenge conventional scientific views of consciousness and the afterlife. He has worked with numerous individuals who had near death experiences and has contributed to a growing body of literature in the field of NDE research. One of the main contributions has been highlighting the psychological and physiological aspects of NDEs and exploring the possibility that these experiences are not just the result of brain dysfunction during critical conditions, such as lack of oxygen, but may offer insights into the nature of consciousness itself. Dr. Sansegarra has argued that the consistency of NDE testimonies across cultures and religious backgrounds suggests that these experiences may reflect something beyond mere hallucinations on a biological response or an extreme stress. He has pointed the richness of the experiences, particularly the profound transformations in individuals' attitudes and behaviors after their NDEs, as evidence that the phenomenon deserves serious scientific attention. In his research, Dr. Sansegarra has also looked into the long term effects on people who have had NDEs, noting that many individuals report lasting changes in their outlook of life on life. Common effects include a diminished fear of death, a stronger sense of spiritual connection, greater empathy for others, and a shift toward more meaningful life goals. Me personally, I have not experienced in this, but now I am a firm believer that our current material life on this planet has a mission, a step towards our returning home, which is in the ether, in the universe, and in the all. We are destined for something bigger, brighter, and better. And that makes me feel happy and in peace and ready for the moment I have to departure this material life. So I have no fear of death anymore. Do you?